What's up, everybody? Loading in again to Alchemy Factory. It's going to be exciting. We are basically able to finish out the level 4. So we're ready to turn in the last quest. And we will get all of our level 5 stuff opened up. So it's going to be pretty exciting. We get access to some new logs that we can grind up to make mushrooms and logs out of, or planks I should say. So we'll need a splitter for that. So let's grab a few materials here. We've got some stuff for a quest. So I'm going to grab some potions, healing potions specifically, and then we'll grab some vitality potions, and we can turn in our random quest, and we'll turn in the main quest. So let's get that done, and the main quest to end the day. So that's huge. Get access to new logs, rotten logs, and some coal ore. And the end of the day as well, so let's see how our profits are. So now that we're starting to sell the vitality potions, those are really profitable. You know, even less than the healing potions, but 3 times as much. Probably 4 times as much value there. Still selling some bandages, so we're getting some extra money there. That's pretty much doubling. Not quite doubling. We had some extra crust rewards. So very, very profitable. This will get us started pretty well with going through the next level. And let's see, what do we get? An urgent request. I've got some coins on me. I don't really need to pin it. I can turn that in. And that's it. Yeah, no other random requests today. Shop's open. Welcome in, people. Alright, so for research, the other thing I did, just really briefly after the last episode, I got shops in here. Because if you'll see up on the right there, the 99, I'm down a little bit. The other thing I didn't realize too, they have a little get unstuck button. I've accidentally pasted some materials and stuck myself. I didn't notice they had that cool get unstuck button there. So that's handy. I'll have to keep that in mind next time I get stuck. Alright, so for research, let's start with... because I really want the splitter first, so to get these logs, or to get those, you have to split the log, basically, I think is what it's saying. Yeah, so use a rotten log and the table saw, but then it gives you basically both of these as output. So I'm going to need a splitter to split those off. So 160 planks per log. How much does this give me? I'm just curious. 200, so it does... This thing is super cheap compared to this, but this will give us a little bit less, 400 seconds. So it takes the same amount of time, but it gives us a little bit less logs, and we get our mushrooms that we'll need for other processes. The other thing we have is coal, which we can crush down, coal ore, I should say, that we can crush down to coal, and then we'll be able to use that for coke powder, or coke material later. That again, we'll need a splitter for that. So let's research this first. I'll just do the glass storage because that's not going to really trigger anything. I don't want to do something that's going to trigger me to build. So we'll start with this, and then I want to get the splitter, and then we'll see what seems interesting from there. Because I think again, I want to get down to steel. It's in my little upgrade bench. The building tool here, I need steel for that. And this will give us access to the columns and chandeliers, it looks like. Alright, so let's put one of these down. What's it gonna take? Anther. Yeah, I gotta put it on a base, and then we put down an anther. Those don't fill it up, so it looks like 2 wide, so 246 on 2 bases. You could fit 3 of these anthers. And then I don't have any recipes yet, so we'll research. Yeah, so I think most likely we'll end up doing this. I'll look at those a little bit more closely. So we want this. I'll do that now. And then I can't start those until this is done. So let's look at our coke, because it shows us already. So we'll start with coal ore. We've got to use a stone crusher. And basically we get one of those, what is that, every 3 minutes. We get 120. So if I divide by... what did I say, 3 minutes? Yeah. No, it's every 6 minutes. Yeah, duh. Every 6 minutes. So if I divide that by 6, I get 20 of these per minute, basically, out of there. Okay. And then these, they might give us a little bit of detail. Let's see if there's an explanation for these. View the splitter, so like if I do our mushrooms, I guess I didn't research. I know they're there. And then what other people were saying, I need to verify here, but basically whatever your chosen item is, it always comes out of the gold arrow. So depending on how you put this down, transform, you know, so in this case the gold arrow's up there, so whatever I decide comes out of the top, you know, if I filter stuff out. Excellent. So many options, really. Okay, so we've got a filter. So this one, let's do this first, because I do want to start upgrading material. And then the thing I got to keep in mind, most of this is just used for heating things. If I'm using it for heating, it's not a big deal. But if I'm actually using it to combine with another product, so if we go take a look at charcoal, so down here we want to look at our clay assembly, and most likely I'm pulling it off of the line to make clay. So we'll need a filter here to make sure what I pull off of the line is charcoal powder, and then maybe later we'll actually need to pull those directly from, like if I keep this production here and then I pull directly from that might be a better strategy, just to make sure that I leave this one here. This will feed this line. So let's do that right now, just to fix this, because I'm gonna start putting the new stuff out on the line, and I don't want to get a bad supply going into our materials. And then I think I did separate it already, which is good, so we can clean this up. Okay, I guess I could put that continue off, but that'll back it up a little bit, which is probably enough. 20 per minute. This is 90, so yeah, there should be plenty because it feeds itself. Yeah, I need to fix all of these so it wraps around and it feeds itself first. Fortunately, these are all full because the lines are backed up. But what I'll probably end up doing is I might leave it like this so it wraps around. No, actually, I can change it. So the other thing I'm thinking about is once I start upgrading these have higher heat values. So what else do I want to? I do want to focus on that. So let's research that, and then we'll start. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at the timing of these. So we'll grind down. So we need some grinders. Grind down that to coal, and then we'll burn the coal in the crucible. And then basically we can use the crucible to heat itself, or we can use the coke powder or coke material to heat itself. And then there's a byproduct of charcoal that we'll want to basically regrind. Yep, we'll regrind it. And oh yeah, because this is a whole different supply. I was thinking of something different. Interesting. I guess what I was thinking about is if I convert these, if I take the wood off, put crushers down and make coal instead, and then I could feed the charcoal back through grinders and feed it onto the belts, because until I get, what I'm thinking about is where else is this used? So right now it's just used here, but there's other stuff later. The other thing, you always forget to look at this thing's cool. Stats by sales. This is for today, last 3 days. You know, how many we've made last week overall. Pretty cool. Okay, getting distracted again. Yep, so I fixed this line. So this was the only line that had to have charcoal. The rest of it I can basically switch my fuel line, so I can start taking out, because this is really kind of a waste of space over here. What is this doing? This is just making planks for storage. I don't really need this here. I can move that somewhere else if I need to. I definitely don't need 4 of these, so I'm most likely going to, well, this one again is feeding that. Do I want to put a little filter thing here? No, I'll leave this one alone. And then I don't mind if some of this goes out on the belt for heat value. Maybe I'll clean this up later. But I'll start upgrading these to have coke production. So let's, because we have a little extra. These are all backed up anyway. So I'm going to start here. I'll delete 2 of these. And then I'll use the logs, because I'm going to end up with a lot of logs. Let me turn these off. This is probably what I should do, is just turn these off and then work on something else for a little while. I'm going to leave this one alone. And then I could probably... where do I start to use fuel down here? I really don't use fuel down here until we get all the way over here to make glass. Oh, I do use fuel right over here. Yeah, this is where most of my fuel is going right now, is to make iron. And then we'll probably upgrade it to make steel. So this is all using fuel. Let me turn these off as well. So turn those off. And then what I'll do is, before picking these materials up, I'm going to start over here and we'll copy this. Because this is very similar to what we're going to do, except we're going to be grinding rocks instead of chopping up wood. I did not get that last bit. We want this as well. Copy. I need a sigil. I should look up how that's pronounced. Oh yeah, I gotta turn in a couple quests. We'll do that as well real quick after I buy this. Or did I do them already? I did them already. I was thinking... There's more requests. This doesn't have a timer, so I'll get to this later. And then this is going to be a long time before we get to those potions. This is working. Money's just going straight in. So yeah, this cash register only has so much room inside of it, but it's basically it can dump it into here pretty quickly. That's feeding the belt, and then the belts go on a nice merry-go-round, so the money just continually goes around the outside of the base. If I notice, once I notice it starting to back up, maybe I'll switch it to 2 per stack, but 1 per stack seems to be fine. Okay, build, last one. I'm not going to put it too close to the line yet, and then we'll switch these out. And then, do I want to put a buying portal? So this ore is pretty expensive. That's basically 5 silver per ore, and having a lot of those on the belt is pretty expensive as well. So I'm trying to think the best way to do this. Okay, I like these, how skinny they are, but I may end up just needing to make it bigger. Because ideally what I'm thinking here is I have my crushers, and then I may want one buying thing per crusher. So let's rotate. Oh, why? Weird. And then obviously this is like very short, so let's just put one on. I want to see. So yeah, 20 per minute. Yeah, it's backed up. Okay. So 20 per minute. And then 20 per minute. And then in the crucible. Here, let me take this off. And then we'll see what it does, and then I'll need to feed some in there. Oh, and then I don't want a grinder. That's 10 per minute. Okay, I don't know what it's gonna do if anything. So I don't want grinders. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a little bit larger anyway, because I'm gonna have byproduct. So I'm gonna have byproduct come out, and then I'll want to grind. I need to sort through the byproduct first. Okay, so 10 per minute. So 20, 40, 60. So yeah, this is again kind of the same setup, almost exactly. So I have three of these get converted. Each one of those does 20 a minute, which is, it's kind of the same, but a little bit slower overall. The nice thing is it's going to take more off the belt once I upgrade these. So this is 60 per minute per setup, and that's only for some of the material, because some of it is going to, oh no, this one, oh yeah, it does split. So once, why am I getting confused? So what do I, okay, I'm planning ahead for coke. Yeah, so coke I've got to take... Let's just research it. It might ask for it today, but they look similar. I don't know. It's just throwing me off, I guess. Okay, so it is... okay, that's Coke powder, Coke. Okay, so you can make it either way. That's what was confusing me. So the direct way of doing it is basically I can upgrade, like I'm working on here, I can make an upgrade and make charcoal. And then the other process we'll do is basically we're going to take one of these. These are all sort of in the way. So now what I'm thinking, I still kind of like the idea that it feeds itself off of charcoal powder. And then I've got to basically burn charcoal powder in here. And then I'll have some byproduct that comes out. Alright, let's just finish this real quick. I think I have a decent idea of what's going to happen, so... Yeah, I've been basically delaying because I need to wait for this stuff to happen. So what I'll do is I have a lot of extra supply, but I'm not getting a lot on the belt. I'm just gonna wrap these back around. So I want this to basically feed itself first, and then it'll just wrap around. It'll just give itself a little... feed itself first, and then I think what I did before was go around that way. The reason I'm doing it this way is I might take material here and process it, so, and I don't want to go switch my belt directions. I already sort of have it like this, so we'll do the same thing here, just because this back line is backed up now. So I don't... Okay, oh, the day's ended. All right, let's see, what do we get for a mission, whether they're gonna ask for Coke or not. Okay, still selling 200. I feel like that production should be higher, but maybe we'll put some advanced fertilizer pretty soon. And then, yeah, bought one of those. Still really good profit. 139 basically versus 60. Most excellent. Okay, so that'll feed itself, and then it'll go out on the line. Okay, so for making Coke off of charcoal, basically, I need to put it through the Anthor, so I'm going to build 3 of these across 2 of these bases. Let's do it this way for now, and then I can move it. So 2 of those bases, and then I'll put my base blocks down there. I may need some on the back, but I'm not too sure yet. And then for these, the Anthor, it's a double input. But then the output... Okay, so this does filter it. That's most excellent. Okay, and then I'll transform that so it's on the left. Transform that so it's on the right. This setup, I don't know why I always want to do this. I want it to look matchy-matchy. So if I do that again, I can basically... I want to... So then, like this, transform on the left. Transform on the right, transform on the left. Basically, I'm just trying to match it up, so I get basically 2 of these that match, those 2 match. So I believe, again, that's going to be the preferred one. So I think in here, I may need to switch these. Oh, and we will want... It's either I have to have lab stands there, because it's gonna wrap around sort of anyway, so... grinders, and then just thinking about organization. So, because depending on which one is which, I'll probably be able to put like a grinder like that, so the bad material, you know, the charcoal comes out, it gets ground, and then it's basically turned back into charcoal powder, which I can feed back in. So basically this supply line will feed into itself. That can take 120 per minute. Ooh, that is a lot. So one of these is 90, and I don't really have enough belt speed, so as much as I like to add all of these together, one of those is already more than this whole production, so 2 of these could really just feed one of these. Because it'll feed itself first, and then I'll have extra come out, feed this furnace, and then feed this. I mean, I could probably make it to where the charcoal feeds the furnaces, it'll be better, more ideally. So what I'll probably do is have this just stay at this top level, come out, go directly into... So let's do this for now. I want to make some space as we convert these. So let's put this over here. Just want to make some space. Whatever. It's zigzagging. Don't care too much. Okay. I'll let that clear off. So yeah, there's really no reason for us to do something crazy again. So what I am going to do is, so we'll add, alright, I don't have the right thing selected. We'll add one of these, rotate it. I'll basically take those. I need to see which one's which. So supply will be this side. And then I can rotate it if need be. So now I take this and put it over here. And then we can put down some blocks. Okay. I'm just gonna do a little experiment this way. I want to see which one's which. So this right now is gold on the right. So I think the coke's gonna come out on the right. So let's assume. So I want the gold arrow on the left because I want the charcoal on the right to basically come out here, wrap around, go that direction. And then we need to, for now, I'll just feed it this way. No, that's not gonna work. I need to flip it around. You'll see here in a second why. So this will go like that, and then the grinder will go like this to feed itself. And the reason is the coke powder needs to come down an elevator, then feed this and feed those first, and then again it'll prime itself. And then I have everything else working normally. I just gotta turn the belt around to go back out to the fuel line. But I do still want to put a little box down to put some charcoal on the line. Transform, rotate. Okay, so let's just put 10 in there. Let's put 10 in there. And then let's put a couple of belts to see. Yep, so that comes on that side. That's good. I'm not getting any byproduct. Interesting. Maybe it's... Oh no, that was the byproduct. Maybe it needs a lot more material. I'll pay more attention. Okay, yep, no, I had it right. Yeah, that's the byproduct. The gold arrow is your preferred material. This is making coke, so coke comes out here. Coke will go into an elevator, and then coke will feed itself, plus everything else. These will feed the process, and there's no reason for us to just get started. Whoopsie. Hey, no, right here. You go here, you go there. 3, nope, X, you go away. X, you go away, fix it. Okay, now that's working, and then we just gotta go like that, and that'll grind itself. 15 a minute though, and this produces at 20 a minute, so that's why they don't... I knew there's gonna be a trick up their sleeves, so I basically just need to add another gap in between here, which isn't too hard to do, except I don't push the right buttons. It's gonna give me all the material, not a big deal. Gotta go like that, and we put another grinder. I just don't want it to back up, right? So that's the biggest thing, is I can't let this process back up, and then I just gotta feed that again. Whatever, I can put that in there now. That should last longer and feed itself, and then I can feed the rest of that in there. So that's how you upgrade your wood supply. So now this is making coke. Why aren't these grinding? That's charcoal, but... Oh, because I don't have my belts, doy. Alright, okay. Now that should work. Let me just take those off to get that going. So those are 15 a minute. I just want to make sure it's balanced, so... it's not really balanced because I have extra there. I'll take a couple off. I just want to see if I can get it kind of balanced. This is 90 a minute. And then the output here is 20 a minute. So 90, 110 a minute. So 110 a minute is still less than the 120, so that should be fine from a balancing standpoint. Okay. And then, is it feeding itself? So nope, it's not feeding itself. So that's an issue. It's not primed. Oh, duh. Well, that would make sense. I blocked it off. Oh, and then let me take that off. I just want it to feed. Duck down, man. Where's wood? Put wood in there. I can. Let me take that out. Put that in there. That'll last longer. Okay. No, I do. Yeah. Yeah, see how long that lasts? Dude, that's so good. So it'll feed itself. And then, heck yeah. That's simple upgrade, dude. Just plug that onto the back of each of these. So it'll feed itself. It's going to take a while before it fills up. And then I can basically leave all of this alone. And then this is going to start upgrading my fuel production. So I probably don't need a lot of these. I could probably clear some space. So I'll leave this one here because I can add, I'll maybe take out both of these so I can put something else here that takes up a lot of heat. We're definitely not going to do this monstrosity. That's ridiculous. Whatever. I want this button anyway. Yes. Yes. Take it all off. Okay. So let's see. Ooh, fertilizer's backed up. Very, very nice. I like to see that. Does that mean these are full? Ooh, these don't have dirt in them. It's because the lines are slow. It's trying to go. Maybe I backfeed a couple more of these. I'll let that go in. Oh, I didn't get there. That's alright. Fertilizer. Okay. Or just to make it clear, I'll do that. That, get the belt fixed because those are backed up, so that'll back this one up. This will help make these, because right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 getting fed off of that little catapult. Okay. Hey, speaking of, let's see, what does it take to upgrade our belts? Oh yeah, to upgrade the belts we have to do research. So to upgrade belts we have to do research. To do research, where is that? Down here. Oh, it gave us some points. Ooh, it gave us points for... I thought we were going to have to build stuff later. That is awesome. I was not expecting those points for getting level 5 unlocked. Yeah, belt speed is super important. Relic knowledge. Relic withdrawal bonus, that might be important. Quest rewards. Yeah, maybe 6% more money. But belt speeds, I think, is back and messing me up the most right now. Purchase contract amount bonus. Those are actually... Purchase contract. Where is purchase contract used? These I feel like are new. I don't remember seeing these. I don't think I remember anyone else talking about the purchase contract. I'm not going to spend those points yet. Let's see what daily requests from merchants across the land. I'm guessing this is a purchase contract. What does this say again? So, quest rewards. See, this one I feel... Yeah, this is a quest, so I feel like quest rewards is for the stuff in the mailbox. Purchase contract. Let's go look at the selling portal over here. What do we... Yeah, this is the purchase contract. So 25% would be an extra 3, so I'd get 15 silver instead of 12 for every 50. Let's see. 15 divided by 50. I'm doing some math off the side. No, I want 15,000 divided by 50, so that would be 300. So that would increase the value of these to 300 each. And right now those are worth 350 in the shop. I don't think I sell enough of those. I think I'd still rather have my belt speed. Those will probably be what I upgrade once I start getting those vigils. I mean, I'm selling stuff in the shop. I feel like this one would give me more value than that, but I want my factories to run better. So let's do it. We're doing it. Done. I guess I could reset points, but done. Okay, I just picked up that quest, so we need some glass, which I've got. I can make a greenhouse out of all the glass I have. And then pulleys are right here. This is not making pulleys. Why is this backed up? This is backed up because I'm not getting planks. What does this take? This takes planks. Why am I... Was I ever making planks? It's supposed to be... Oh, did I never finish setting this up? Oh no. These just got deselected. No, the outputs never got... No, that's the output. Output, target, there. Throw your... I don't understand. Because you ran out of money because I took your money supply. Okay, I understand. My bad. I starved you. But... Why? Oh, because you're missing a belt. You're missing a belt. Okay. That makes sense why this has been backed up for so long. Pause and think, bro. Okay, but we do need to put some money back in here. Oh yeah, I was making that comment. I may want to run a line this way. Just a short circuit. That's really a lot. I don't want to have that much for this little production, so I'll back this up for now. But I will leave a tiny bit there. And then you can go 2 in a little bit. That's kind of annoying. I'll have to do a double hop. Okay, 4... What is it, 7? I was probably cleaning up stuff and I removed it. I feel like I may have to move this back. No, that's good. But I will have to move it back for a different reason. I pushed the wrong button. That's okay. I guess I could... Oh no, because I'm going to upgrade those things. So for now... Oh, I didn't really look at the totals, my bad. But we will look at the mission. I don't think I need... So we'll do the mission and then... Hey, I'm getting 2 now. Oh no, I was still getting pulleys. Duh. I have that. And then let's grab some more pulleys. I need to see if charcoal is being used anywhere. So, because I have this new ability. So coke, obviously, but... You know, coal... Or sorry, coal. So right now, coal is only used to make coke. And it's not used anywhere else, so... I guess if people don't want to, or later you could maybe make something that's more dense and you don't have a byproduct to deal with. So I think for now, I mean, I bought one of these, so let's just put that down. And then, yeah, the process is these just get ground up. Coal just gets cooked. Coal just gets cooked and it makes coke. So we'll just do that, and then this will feed itself, and then okay, so just because I bought that one already, so we'll do this. I need to prime it, and then I'll need to make it feed itself, and then I'll clean up. So feed yourself first. This belt's messed up. Prime it. What do I got? I should always have some planks. Let's prime it with some planks. I probably don't even need both of these running, but I'll just make it go. Just to use up the material. I'll go to there. Get rid of all of that. Not gonna use those. I can copy this off. Wrong button. Not bad. Alright. T. Go like that. Go like that. Put it out on the line. Alright, so we got some... I'll just let that use it up, and then that's fine. Why? Oh, it's just because you're first on the line, so you're getting backed up first. Anyway, alright, that'll chew itself up. And then I think I want to upgrade... I was going to upgrade this one down here, so for now I need this one to wrap around itself, so like that. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. I was just confusing myself for a second. Okay. Now, let's I'll just go to there. Yes, yes. Clean that up. Okay, let's copy our cool little setup over here, and we'll plug it in to this one. Copy is F. And then, will it let me do that, or is it? It's probably going to complain. Okay. So we will clean this up for a second. Yes, we can plug that one in and plug this one in, and then we change directions of these. Go that way. This one goes away and it fixes itself that way. That goes away, that goes away, and then we'll fix the belt directions. So now that's actually working, and then we just need to get... Oh yeah, I gotta change the belt direction, I do. Oh, and I gotta prime it. Okay. Fix the belt direction so it'll feed itself. I can put some extra in there. It doesn't really need any extra. Put some extra in this one. Alright, that's not too hard. Bolt on a little bit of extra. It just gets a little bit longer. And then we're still using cheap material. And then, yeah, I'll probably get rid of those two. I mean, I'm still doing my funky double belt nonsense down here, so what can I put inside of you? I'll put some of that in there for now. Yeah, once they start getting more coke, it'll be a lot better. These, I think, have got to build up their own supply first before they feed everything else. Let's see how much output this one's actually doing. So there was two that just went by. Yeah, it hasn't even really filled itself up yet. That's full. That one's kind of full because I put junk inside of it. Maybe we'll do the same. I mean, it's usable junk, but because that way it fills itself up a little faster. It seems like it just takes a long time to prime itself, or what I can do is put some wood in there to help prime itself. Move that over, put some wood in there so it'll help fill itself up a little bit faster. So yeah, the good news is it's not putting a ton out on the belts, so it'll help clear up any congestion I have. And then the mixed news is it might take a while for the systems to get primed and for it to go out, because the heat value is significantly higher. You know, it's 600 versus these that are 448, so it'll last way more than 10 times as long, plus 120, so 4812, almost 120 times longer, if I did the math right. I need to get rid of that stuff, don't care about those. Okay, so we are making some coke now, which is good. So I think, obviously, yeah, coke is needed here, so what I'll probably do now is, so now that this is working, I need it to feed itself, and then there's still room for it to wrap around. So what I can do, maybe, where are these backed up? So this one's feeding that, so I can't mess with that. For now, I might move this staircase over there. Let me see that. Where do I have it? From here, half a block down. So from here, half a block down. Okay, I'm gonna move my staircase made of shelves. Staircase made of shelves. Dun dun dun. Staircase made of shelves. Really? Let's because I didn't estimate it correctly. What? So, oh, because I have a two gapper. Well, here, let me put you back, and then, yeah, I didn't recognize. That goes away. Did that break anything? No. Okay. And then now we can move that over. Okay, that makes more sense. So, yeah, it's basically in the middle of this one, roughly. There we go. Okay. Staircase there, and then now I feel better about... I'm gonna leave that alone, but I'll upgrade this one. So this is gonna switch to basically give me coke, and I'll use coke. So we'll probably do, let's look at the math. Do I have it available? I do not, but I think I can see from here every 4 seconds which is 15 per minute. It's taking 1 coke and 1 ingot, and then it's only giving me 25% of those of steel, and then the rest of it is feeding back into itself. And then luckily I don't have to process it, I just need to combine it. Yeah, so it looks like most likely, here we'll put one down, and then I'll probably start researching it. So we might need to upgrade 2 of these lines. Oopsie, oopsie. B, hold shift. Let's go. Okay. No, dude, I did not select you. B, shift. Okay. So maybe we'll upgrade 2 of these, because I have missing material, so that's right here. I just need some planks. I have a couple logs I need to get rid of. These guys... Oh yeah, because I turned them off, so... Here, I can give you a couple of logs, and then what I think we'll do, I'm gonna turn, sorry, let's look at the math again. 4 per second, 15 per minute, so I need 15 coke per minute. This is producing 10 per minute, so 2 of those will produce 15, but it's gonna feed itself first. So I think 2 of those will be enough to do 1 combination assembly off of wood as the source, right? So I think it'll be a little bit more efficient for me to make this supply over here of just pure coke, and then I can use that for ingots. So for now I'm just going to convert these 2 because I don't need all of this fuel. And then I might convert this 3rd one to give just fuel back to the line. So let's convert these. So the process is I need to basically take some off of the line, and then we need to switch belts to go that way. No, okay, we'll just, this is in the way. Okay, and then that's that, and then we need to take, I need to feed it, and then we take this and it feed its, and then I'll do, here, we'll shut it off for now, because eventually it's gonna feed my production back here. Come on, go on the ground, there you go, okay. So that will feed the back production, okay. So that's good. I'm gonna put some of that in there to make sure it takes up space. I'll flip those, so that one's good now. I'll flip those. So oh dude, that's, okay, well it took it, but then I have an extra. I'll put 1 in there. Okay, I want it to try to feed itself for a while, so I'll let it back up. I'll convert this one next, and then we'll see how the line's doing. So let's add the stuff for this. I have enough materials, which is good. So first step, take that off, take that off. Those will feed into here. Light this up with these, and that'll feed itself for a minute. And then I'll take that out, put down some blocks. Eventually it will feed my line back there. Let's start the research on some steel. Heck yeah. Exciting stuff. Okay, so the steel is going to be at, what is that, the anther again? Maybe this is where I could optimize it slightly, because I need this to feed itself plus feed the steel. So how can I do that? I think what I'm going to do is add one here and just have this line feed it with charcoal. It's not self-contained by any means, so ideally I move this stuff over, or thinking about it, because eventually it wraps around and it comes back out here, which means I could feed itself, and then I gotta bring it back up to, yeah, it's barely getting extra down here. This is about to run out because I'm sort of delaying. Yeah. Oh, what did I do? That's annoying. Okay. Yeah, I might need 3 of these just to feed one, or I just upgrade all of this and go to grinding ore. It's probably what I'm supposed to do. Let me get rid of this shelf. Keep bumping my shoulder on shelf, aka stairs. Yeah, because it's gonna take a minute. I'll turn these back on for now. If anything, I'll just... Yeah, we'll try it out. So I'll basically make it so these 3 can produce a little bit. Okay, so step 1, cut off supply there. Or am I... Okay, let's check profits, and then I need to quickly check if I'm messing up my clay production. So we're still selling 250, so I think that fertilizer back in that corner for potions is helping. Definitely hugely profitable. 151.7 silver, 60, less than 60 silver. No, yeah, that's that production. So I can turn, except now I'm probably starving this stuff down here though. How much is coming through? Very little. Okay, I don't think I can take... I'm messing myself up. Whatever. Okay, I'll see if other stuff's gonna get turned off. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Let's just get this one going. I can put that in there. That'll really help. And then those have basically used up their materials. So that's good now. Because I'm missing blocks on the ground. Blocks on the ground. And then we can put some belts across it. Oh, I do not want to do that. Fix yourself, thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's I don't think I'm gonna be able to use these because that's really not enough. It's barely able to feed itself. So I'm just gonna put these out on the line, and I think that's gonna be the better call. We'll use our other setup back there with the rock crusher to make steel. That's gonna be a better call for sure. I'll basically just use these to make upgraded fuel for the line, and then I'll pick up these belts and we'll put that fuel out on the line. Okay, pick up these belts. Oopsie. G, then F. G, then F. Okay. I'll put the material back out on the line, so I'll just throw... Those can go in there. Coke can go in there. Okay, so that'll help. I'm just gonna let these feed the line, and the money's turned on. Money's not turned on. Money is turned on. Oh yeah, because I was putting a couple logs back on the system, I think. I don't know. Oh yeah, I was doing that here. Oh, you're a random piece of belt. Look at you, trying to add value. Okay, let's go make steel over here. So we'll finish this setup, because this is pure charcoal, or pure coal. So what I was talking about originally back here was, because this stuff is so expensive, I think we'll end up having to do this, where I don't know what that belt was for originally, but so we'll end up doing this, and I'll probably leave it like this because I don't need that. The other option is, yeah, let's look at the recipe again. So this one I think was pretty straightforward. I just basically grind it into coal, and then for steel, I just basically, so I need to grind the charcoal down to make coke powder. That's 1 every 10 minutes. So I need a few grinders. Here, I'll just take that off, and then, oh yeah, I let it grind itself down. I'll buy one to put on there. This is maybe where I do the gelatinous cubes. So this is 20 per minute. And then let's see what a grinder does. This is not the setup. I just need to get an idea of the numbers. I was doing the math, but I just like to see it sometimes because I'll mess up my calculations. Probably need... Is that not... I guess we don't grind it. Oh, we've got to cook it into coke first, and then we grind the coke. Okay. So then I can put grinders back up here for coke powder, but the question will be, is it the right speed? I'll go like this. I'll go like this. I'm gonna go in the middle. We'll divide twice. So I'm going to get my math to be a little bit better here. And then we do another one here. And then I need to fix the belts. Delete that belt. Delete that. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Okay, fix these belts. And then grinders. So these are 10 per minute. And I think the grinders for these are 10 per minute, hopefully. Because that would be a little bit unfortunate. Those are 5 per minute. So I need 2 grinders per one of these. So I'll take those off. So I need 2 grinders, which means, what's the best way to do this? I guess turn those 90 degrees, maybe? Or, let me take this. I need some more space to think, man. Yeah, I'm wasting time with this as well. Okay, let's just build some of these real quick. Okay, so grinders. I took them off my hotbar. So yeah, I'm gonna essentially need either to go up a level for some of these. I think most likely that's what we will have to do is, and then I think it's gonna still take extra space out here. Okay, and then one of these, so 2 feeds 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 of these basically can go like this, and then into, oopsie, that'll be an elevator like that, and then, oh no, 2 of those go into 4. Yeah, that's fine. And then one of these goes into 2, so I'm gonna run out of space. Well, 2 of these go into 4, so I just won't get my division quite right, because that's really not enough to feed those. So what I need to do is something like that, and then that'll properly feed those 4. This one can go like this, and that'll be the proper math to feed those. And then now I can put, and of course I run out of nails. And then that last one on the right will feed the 2 upstairs, and then I'm going to need whole nother level of these. So then this one will feed elevator over here. This one feeds 4. That one feeds 2. This one feeds that. Now, need to get all this stuff out and then combined. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. So then outputs, I've got to think about output, but what I'll probably do is, here, I'm just going to put a storage box for now. Transform. Let's do that for now, and then I do need this to feed itself as well. What's the heat value of charcoal powder? 660. So you gain 10% by grinding it, but the grinders are 5 a minute. And this is outputting way too much to be ground down for an extra 10%. I'd have to have, not way too much, I'd have to have 2 grinders for that output as well, if I wanted to make it a little bit more heat value. I'll think about that later. Okay, these are still cooking. That's good. So that stuff lasts a long time. Once it fills up, I think it's good. It just takes so long for it to fill up. Yeah, so those are filling up. Just get an idea of time. So it's yeah. All right. This is going to be the setup though. So I've already burned through. Let's put another one on. Why are you backed up? You're backed up because I don't have output out here. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Oh man. Oh, that's not going to be the right box. Here, I'm just gonna elevator these down for now, and until I figure this out. I'm just gonna store some. So let's elevator those down, and then we'll put down this box. Okay. So now, process-wise, so really I need 3 of these, so I can put. What are you? Oh, because I need sigils. Jumpy. GG. Good game, guys. Okay, so I got sigils, so B, latest. And then I think I had it sized up to basically do 3. Maybe I want to build it so there's 4, 20 per minute. If I look at one that's running, 10 per minute. So that's 60, 60. Yeah, I have to have those elevators do all this trickery. These are backed up though. 5 per minute. I think just because I had it turned off. Yeah, I think just because I didn't have this top line for a little while, so it backed up originally. And then I don't have it feeding itself either, so that's the other issue. Is I kind of need, what's the heat value of coal by itself? What's the heat value of coal? 540. So maybe I have one of these, or basically I go up here, feed itself, and then come up and add in, or feed itself and then come back down to this belt. Thinking, go off this belt, feed it, and then come back down to this belt. I think that's the way to go to keep it simple. Because I could try to take some output, drop it down, but then it's getting supplied to a different grinder, if you know what I mean. Versus just sort of taking off the supply line, it sort of evens itself out. So I think I do that where because none of this is going back to these lines. So let me take those off. That's just this. I can take that off, confirm. Once this is empty, I can move it over, and that'll bring it a little bit more compact. And then it'll still pull money from the line. Having money on the line is going to be cheaper than these on the crusher. But I might still leave it open, so I have 3 on each crusher versus putting in some blockers. But then to make it feed itself, I'm going to have it go that direction. For now, I'm not using these. I'll leave those there for a second. And then basically it will go like this. Nope. It will go like, oopsie, transform like this. And then this one will transform, rotate, 6. I mean, ideally, I take from there. Is it worth it? It's kind of worth it. And then I go back in here. So if there's any extra that doesn't go into the furnaces, which right now these are backed up for quite a while with coke, and I could maybe have some extra powder, but it will feed itself, and then it'll supply, because it'll take at least one off of there before it puts any up top. So it'll get at least one of these started. Okay, so that looks good. So right now I'm just building this up. I can use some of this to self-prime things, but let's look at what do we need for steel. Actually, let's go check our mission real quick, because I think I have one. Let's see if it's going to ask for steel. Nope, but we have materials for that. So I just need a few bandages. Speaking of, this is backed up nicely. Yeah, that's a lot of bandages that I can sell at the shop. So that's good. My little production over here is doing just fine. Alright, bandages. I need a few more. Oopsie. Well, I got a few extras. That's alright. I have some material in my inventory I don't really need. I don't know if it's worth trying to get rid of. I think I'll just trash it. So that's for extra flax, and then I can put this in here. That'll get rid of some of that. This is for extra of this. Yep, we are running a little light, which is okay. So I'll put a box there to feed the line. Put some of that in, organize. I really don't need mortars, but I'll just put them on some empty shelves, empty out my inventory that way. Oh, alright, let's see what we did for the day. We'll do the next mission, and then we'll go look at making some steel. Because we have a good supply of coke now. So yeah, we're keep making more profit. That is awesome. Yeah, we're still selling a good amount of those. Buying more stuff now. So we used to buy like 40, 50, 60, now it's 75. most of that's... Actually, there's still a good amount of rock. Yeah, stuff's running well, generally. Okay, that's all of those. Guess what? This is going to ask for them. That'd be funny. Okay. Can I sell... Am I missing stuff? No, I got all that there. And then I've got my vitality potions. Yep, so everything is stocked. Yeah, so I'm at 100. That's good. Okay. Back to looking at this recipe. So, what I'll probably do... These aren't really next to each other, so... What I'll probably do... Yeah, now that these have kind of used themselves up... Weird. Okay, I'll just go ahead and... Oh, because it was like partially burnt. I see. Interesting. If you take it out early, maybe? I don't know. Alright, let's fix this. So that is a T. And then, yeah, this will feed itself first. I mean, I could maybe make this belt a little bit prettier, but... And then I don't know what I'm going to do on this side either, so... But what I do need, though, is a lot of ingots. And I have a really nice ingot supply over here. This little skinny guy is making ingots. The nice thing about my coke setup is I just need money off the line, so I can catapult some money. There's a little gap here where I can catapult money off the line, you know, bring a small belt, catapult it to right here, and then maybe catapult it again, and then I'll have coke set up. So I might... Let's look at the belt to see where we have extra. So we have some extra here. We probably have extra upstairs, so maybe I'll move... maybe we'll move this upstairs or make a copy of this and take it upstairs. Because this is like a little bit overkill, but I don't know. Oh yeah, I turned it down, so I'm only using 2 of these. Because yeah, I really don't need that much. So maybe what we do is I'll just add this onto my build over there. And then it'll get... Oh, that's cool. It's starting to feed itself, which is nice. I really don't... If these are... Well, they're turned on, but they're not turned on, you know? So what I can do is... What kind of junk can I put in there? Can I put gears in there? I can. Okay, probably going to need to turn the belt off for a second. Because this one doesn't have any material, so I can turn this oven off altogether by putting some junk in here. Okay. Put some junk in there. Let the belts bypass. Huh, that's weird. I wonder if it's just gonna burn again and take more off. Nope, it shuts itself off. Okay, it's just in the mouth, which is fine. It's just queued up, ready to go. Batter on deck. Okay, so we'll just make our own quick ingot supply. So, how does that look? So I essentially just need... I can turn this any direction because I can catapult my ingots up there, kind of like I'm doing from over there. I'm catapulting ingots up, or I guess they're iron ore, whatever. Catapulting my iron ore up, and then the output comes out the same side. You catapult it in, and then you just throw it into a box or grind it. So this is a pretty simple setup. So let me copy this. Let me look at the production. So that's 10 per minute. These are basically doing 15 a minute, and yeah, so we'll copy this, and then I'll go over. That's so cool to see the coke coming through. Whatever, copy. I don't need the extra stuff, but I'll delete it here in a second. And I may change directions. So what I'm thinking here is, oh, that's kind of messed me up a little bit, because these 3 blocks are in the way, sort of. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I can turn it. I can leave this gap there. So I think what I'll do is we'll put this down, leave the gap, or I could just bring it forward 1, or rotate it. And then it doesn't quite feed itself as nicely as I'd like. Oh, I guess the other thing I can do is that... No, because this takes up the full stand. I don't have a little corner there available. I was thinking I just tuck it underneath, but I guess the most elegant thing is to... Well, actually, sorry, I need to check the output. So these were, of course, these aren't producing anything right now. 60 a minute. Yeah, everything was set up for 60 per minute. So that's 60 a minute. And then this is much less, 10 per minute. So, and it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So I really need, or no, I guess there's a byproduct. So I don't need 10 per minute. Sorry, I need 60 per minute of that, but really only 25% of that is being used. And then 60 per minute, but really 45 per minute is coming back to feed itself. So I just need 15 per minute of actual input. Because it doesn't really multiply itself. I don't know if I'm thinking about it the right way. Let's put, because these were 10 per minute, so I'll put 2 down to start, and then we'll see what the line looks like. So yeah, I think I need to keep it linear, and then I'll have a little bit of room back here to combine them, because those will come here. The iron will come out the back. Okay. Getting an idea. We are getting an idea. I want to clean up. That's going to mess me up. I want to clean up this stuff for now. Sorry, I'm going to clean up from right there. I want to leave one belt sticking out. Don't think I'm going to need those. And then definitely need that belt. And then don't need these belts. I don't want to accidentally take some money and feed it into my fuel line. Okay, so this guy here will get rotated. So I think the best idea is just to keep those in line. I need some stone, luckily. Oh, look at that, I didn't even have to move, but anyway. So I think the best thing right now is to keep those in line. I'll probably end up moving that return line down, but for now, I'm just gonna have it feed charcoal, and then if anything's left, it will come back out and feed the line. That's whatever. I mean, I could have it just go here, but I want it to go here because then it's balanced. It'll even itself out, sort of, for any extra. Because I'll probably prime these with the good stuff, coke powder or coke, and then eventually it'll just feed itself with charcoal. Is there a charcoal powder? Could I grind it at least to heat it up? Charcoal, no, you can't really grind it. You just burn it for coke. Yeah, we'll see what it looks like. For now, I'll just use that as input, and then maybe I take some, no, because that'll mess. If I take coke off the line, then I just gotta remove this return thing, and then I have to make sure I feed it from a good spot where there's good fuel on the line. So for now, this is self-contained except for money, and then I may need to add a 4th one of these to fuel these things, so we'll keep that in mind. So I'll leave a little bit of space there. Now for these guys, so iron smelter, where are you at, Mr. Smelter? You? So for these, we will rotate, and then the output basically is on that level. So I have a cool block I can use to save some space, and then now I can just bring those straight out. These, oh, I need one more gap because I need a feed. Oh no, there's just an output. So what's gonna happen is, if I go back down here, so from, oh, that's right, these have to go on a cook base as well. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so now it'll be a little more interesting. So I'll put some lab stands down in there, and we'll bring fuel that way and around, and then I'll drop it back down to return. We definitely will need a 4th one of these. Man, I still think maybe I cook some higher value fuel, take coke and grind it to make coke powder. So maybe if I take this one off, if I take I might scale this down. If I take these 3 off, this will get rid of all this second story nonsense, but I might keep 3 on here just to make fuel for itself. But then I'm down to, what were these? 10 per minute, 10, 20, 30. 30 per minute. And these I think were 10 per minute. But it'll feed itself a little bit. Okay, this will be prototype 1. Prototype 2, I might scale it down and take 3 of these off, and then I can take all this second story nonsense off. But I do have to put in 2 more of these for the... I guess there's a little bit of room. Yep. I can move stuff around. I can make this a little bit more condensed. You'll see here in a second. Okay, but I might still leave the gap. I don't know, because I gotta get fuel in here. Oopsie. Because what I have to do is I have to take the output of those plus the output on the right into these, and these have to go up on this type of a stand. So, yeah, it's either everything's gonna get really long and skinny, or I'm gonna need some of this width anyways. Because I can't quite do that because there's no way to get the other input in. Like, I wish these would allow input from the sides. That'd be kind of nice. The other thought is I probably will put a gap in the middle. I guess for now, let me take this out. I'll pick all of that up, which is fine. So my next thought is to put a gap in the middle, and then take this one, this, and then for now, I'll just put blocks down. So those will come this direction, and then those can come over here. I'll bring the top level down, and then I'll basically, maybe I still do get rid of this. I still like the idea of these grinders. Anyway. I think there's enough room. So with the 2 ant throwers, those will get material from the middle. And then I think I need to keep a gap on this side. And then I think there's enough room for me to squeeze the material in. And then I've got, it doesn't really matter which side the material goes on, so I can have the iron come in on these 2 on this side. And then all of this material will come in on these 2. Okay. I can keep the upper belt to come over here and then elevator down, kind of like this. And then that one will basically just go like that, like that. This one, if I can get the angle correct, will go like this. And that'll drop down, and then the belt will not fix itself. That's really annoying. Rotate. Okay. And then the reason I need a gap here is basically these need to feed themselves. So the part I do need to change is, so when I do this, the steel will be on the left because that's your chosen item. Gold item is what you want. And then my byproduct, which is going to be iron, will basically just feed itself. So I need to put some lab stands, and then it'll circle around itself and give itself a nice little circle job. And same thing over here, except I do want this to be the other way around. So transform. So now my good stuff comes out over there. Now I still do need to open this up a little bit because I got to put lab stands in there. So let's fix that before I get too much further. And then I think the simpler thing to do is I'm going to move this down a little bit. So I'll move it down but not connect it. Yeah, I probably need to be careful with my inventory. Let's go see if there's a mission, and then I'm going to... No, those are just those requests. Okay. Yeah, I think I picked up all my other boxes. Alright. Yeah, this is my other random materials box. Okay. I'll keep putting fuel-ish related stuff in there. And put some of this other materials I may need to sell on occasion. I just need to remember it's in here. Bricks, kebabs, these are source materials I need to try to get rid of. Building materials, I'll put in next. Organize, okay. That's better. I just do that. And then I can put some rock back in this box for a second. Okay. I'm gonna actually, after I do that, I'm gonna end up needing, I got planks and nails, okay. So I'm gonna need some to put in some lab stands here. Alright, so let's click through, see what we've got in the shop. Oh, that's better. So I was projecting originally my setup would do like 450 to 600, but we're doing 350, which is still better than the 250 we were doing before. Making good money on vitality potions. That's really our highest quality item right now. So yep, a lot of profit. So I have a feeling our belt is probably backing up. Yeah, so we're gonna switch it to, do I want to be bold and go to 3 stacks? Let's go to 3 stacks, and that'll start to mix in. Again, it's like a nice little merry-go-round, so as stuff gets taken off the belt, you know, it just goes in a loop. But right now it's completely backed up, so we'll go to 3 stacks of silver. Finally off the single stack. Okay, so I need to back this up by 1, because I do need to get fuel to come around and feed these 2, and I just want this set up. I'll probably put a 4th charcoal. Maybe I have it, so I'm making charcoal powder to feed itself, because I will have some space over here, so maybe I try to fit in. Let's see what that looks like real quick. Well, I just got rid of all my materials, of course. But maybe I have a 4th one that's just feeding one of these, and it'll stick out 1, because actually no, because I have those now, so it's gonna be this wide regardless. I mean, I could I move it over 1? I guess I could. I like having this belt here, so I could return supply on this side, and then it'll just wrap around. I guess that's, nah, I mean, I have room. No, if it's gonna go there, then I kind of want it to wrap all the way around, hit there, and then come back and just do a loop around itself, maybe. What I'm thinking of, because this up here needs, whatever it is, charcoal? Coal. I keep calling it coal. I mean, I keep calling it charcoal, sorry. So I'm going to try to correct myself. So this supply here has to have coal, which is going to come from the crusher, but I might make a crusher that just makes the highest fuel source. So the highest fuel source I have right now is coke powder. So I'll have pure coke, because I'm going to be grinding up coal, or cooking coal, I guess. Well, I'm making, sorry, yeah. Making coal, and then cooking coal for coke, and then you grind the coke. So I might do that here just to feed itself, and then, yeah, let's see what that looks like. I think I'm gonna need some of my materials that I just put away. Because then I don't have to worry about taking this apart. I'll just basically have it do a loop around itself, so it'll produce fuel. It'll produce fuel. I'll take the fuel down. It'll feed itself, and then I'll wrap it around through these. Wrap it around to all of these, and then I'll make it come back around, so it just does a continual loop for itself. I think I like that idea. And then it's pretty self-contained. There'll be a question of whether it's enough, but... So yeah, I need my gears and a sigil. So that's fuel stuff, gears. I'll bring my building materials back to me. That's most of my building materials I use. And then I just need a sigil. That's queued up. Build R for latest. That'll rotate. Man, that is... cumbersome. Is there room to move that? Oh, there's room to move it over 1, so, but then, yeah, I can put some lab stands in down here, I mean, right now I don't even need these, but yeah, I don't even need those lab stands because it'll just loop around on the second level. So right now those aren't even needed. And then basically I move this over one. Yeah, it's one of those things. I could raise those up on lab stands, but that at least keeps it relatively in line. I do kind of wish if I do that, then I just have to make it a little bit longer. It might be worth it. Do that, and then do that, and then essentially I'll have it come through there, come through here, and then come around, and then I'll just put blocks down over here. Yeah, these elevators go away because those will just feed basically this top level is feeding this one, the bottom level is feeding that one. Okay, I like it. And then yeah, I've got to build this up anyway for my output supply. So this line is going to be here regardless. Here, I'm going to put my belts down. So the belt that'll come down, I'll have to have some extra lab stands to bring it. I'll bring it over here, and then it can come down this way, rotate like that. Okay. And then, oh, I do have to get that guy up as well. I may have to leave this one. I was hoping to have an extra space, but I guess I'll leave that. I still may need, yeah, it might be simpler to move this back one and just have my belts come through. Well, it's not really looping around itself if that's the case. I wish I could undo, you know? Like, save, and, but anyway. Oopsie, no. Okay. Yeah, because I do like the idea that it loops around itself in a continual loop and it's able to hit everything. I mean, this one will feed itself first and then the rest of it would loop, but this will still feed itself first, and then any extra will come back here and it'll have a chance to feed itself again before feeding everybody else. So then for this, I basically just need, oh, I think it's that same issue with the grinders, 3 of these. So this thing produces, okay, yeah, I can do 2 of those, and then I can have 4 grinders off of that. So which way do I want it to go? Ideally, the rock comes, maybe I have it come down this side, feeds, no, because I need more space over here. So I think what I do is, I think these 2 go like this. And then I'm going to need lab stands and grinders. So let's get these guys looped around first. And then, yep, we're going to get rid of, that's going to get rid of all of this. So that cleans that up, which is nice. And then the belt direction is going to change. So it will come around and then get rid of this as well. And then, okay. And then it feeds itself in a nice little conveyor belt loop. And my belts do move faster now, which is good. So that might be actually why my production is up for healing potions, is because the belts are moving faster. Yeah, it's noticeable. Belts are moving faster. That's good. Yeah. I probably have stuff upstairs I can fix, but I want to get some steel going, man. I'm really close to having a nice, relatively compact. I mean, it's just one layer, but it's compact for one layer. Except for this, that's 2 layers of goggly goop. Okay, so each one of these can do 2 grinders. So what I need to do is lab stand these up, and then I may need to move this back 1 more. Let's just plan for that. I can do this. Nope. I'll just do B, shift that, T, bring it back. 0 for that block, 6, rotate, because you like to break things. Okay, I'm just gonna do single layer lab stands. I've like messed myself up so many times. And then, did I think this through? Because no, it's gonna end up taking an extra spot. Do I want to... I almost really do want to raise this up one, and then... Yeah, I think so. So the idea I have now, basically, is... let me move this out. You can go over there. Let me jump backwards. Jump backwards. Okay. So this belt... It's not going to be my super ideal setup, but... Okay, that belt fixed itself, which is good. Basically, going to do this. So this will get fixed. I'll put this up on another layer. Build latest. And then we have a little elevator here. That'll be my output, or my extra. Now, I can bring this back, and then it'll give me a little bit more room. And then I still have room to elevator up to the back of this thing. So let's bring that back over here. Now, that will work like that. I'll have to double lab stand, which is fine. I'll leave those, I guess, because yeah, I gotta build this all the way up. So what'll happen here is a double elevator. So in at the bottom, up to this layer. This one will then get an elevator from there up to this layer, because that's going to be my supply. And then belts for those. So this rock will feed these two. This will cook them. And then I'm almost certain I need... The reason I'm doing this is because I need... Did it fix it? How did I do this? And that's why I had those belts there. Yeah, this doesn't fix it. I was trying to keep it, so the whole reason I raised it up was so I can move it over those belts, and then, but I still need to get this material onto there. Maybe what I need to do, I can bring it back down a layer, which kind of sucks after all this work I just did, but no, I want copy mode. So what if I rotate it? Because I am feeding it on that side, and then I could fit 4 grinders, and then I could just make it go up, over, then down, then rotate it around that way. Okay. Maybe I keep it at this level. Okay, so we'll modify our plans a little bit. I'm gonna deconstruct a small amount because I want to sort of think this through. So if I move this over here, but I think I want to raise it up one more level, and then I can just elevator up and then elevator back down. If I raise it up one more layer, I can basically build a little bit on top of these, so I can have sort of another layer of my grinders up here, and then I can have 4 grinders, 1, 2, 3, maybe I'll put a 4th one over here, and then all of the material will come. Oh, if I do it up there, then I can actually come down this side, or if I leave a gap, I could have it come down here. Okay, I still need to get it up, but it'll go a different direction, so... Alright, the thought process is, if I rotate it, then it's getting fed on that same line, so I don't have to worry about a weird wraparound. It just basically feeds itself. There's enough room to get my belts inside of here, so that will work, except I have to raise it up and bring it back down, so kind of work, but I need to do this, lab stand there. Oh, yes, I think this still works, so belt there, 3, and then did the belt fix itself? Yes, okay. Lab stand. So now the thought process here is I'm gonna switch it so these still feed from this backside. Let's do that. So these two will feed from this side. I'll put it, doesn't necessarily matter too much. I kind of like that idea because I can still put a grinder in this line, grinder, 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 and then I'll have a belt come over and then it'll feed this elevator. So I need out on the bottom. I need out on the bottom, rotate, so it'll feed there, and then it'll come in from here. But I need to raise it all up one more level. Okay. I can do that. Let's copy from right here, put you over there for a second, and then we'll need to increase these as well. So let me just take that out, but we'll raise it up one more level to give me some working space. That might change. This isn't needed anymore. Okay. So then this elevator, I'll just bring this, no, we'll do this. So elevator, I need it to go in at the bottom, and then we bring it up one, so that's one level, but we're bringing it up two, and then, oh, let's see, maybe we're gonna, oh yeah, they don't sell ingots, I don't have to worry about them asking. I was worried about them asking for ingots in the missions, but actually no, they do ask for that type of stuff in the mission, so let's see if they, definitely profitable. We're not quite up to 200, it's still a little over 150. 165 technically. So yeah, over 100,000 in profit. So yeah, I feel good about having 3 silver on the belts. So out at the bottom and at the top. I'll copy this back. Bring that back. Let's get a belt in here that's connecting these. Did it fix itself? No. Now it fixed itself. Okay. And then for it feeding itself, yeah, so it's still going to bring stuff. I'm going to build up on this level up here. So it'll do the grinding. It'll feed it down into that level. It'll feed itself first, and then it'll go around a loop. Okay. I like this. And then I still have a simple connection to my money line. You know, I guess I can still technically put a belt there. So there's a little bit of extra runway there. Yeah, the money belt's still backed up. And then I have a ton of money on me as well. I may end up, we'll see, maybe I'll take a bank portal here and start pulling money off and converting it to 2 or 3 silver. Because there's already quite a bit of 3 silver. Yeah, there's just a little bit backed up. It's all good. It'll pull it as needed. I mean, this is going to pull quite a bit once I turn this on. Okay. What else do I need to do? I need to put 4 grinders up here. I'm gonna be... maybe I just didn't talk about it. I'm gonna be upset if I have to... Okay, so grinders... Where's my grinder? Grinder... This guy. Okay. Rotate... Oh yeah, I need a lab stands here. I just need those 2. I don't need that one I just put down, but I need the... Oh, no, I guess I do. I need 3. All 3. Yep. I knew what I was doing. So these go like this. So they get cooked to... This one goes like this. This one goes like this. All of these go back in and feeds the system. We are looking good. Maybe I'll just put... I kind of do just want to move it one closer. Again, this is all self-contained. I could really put this anywhere. Steel, I don't... Oh, I need to get my output. Let's get that sorted. I have to fix the output. So here is pretty simple. Basically, yeah, it's fine. They'll end up getting combined and then split. And then I need some lab stands. I think 1 too many. 2. I'm so used to building all super tall. Oh, and I need that one too to... Oh, I didn't think about that. I kind of thought about it, but I didn't. We're gonna get slightly creative. Okay. so my output of steel will come through here. I'm just gonna... Those will be lab stands. Oopsie, one too many again. One too many. All of those, because that's all flat. So I can put that into an elevator, have it come up, and then launch it, or put it into a storage box. What I'll probably do is I kind of like the idea of that, and then I can put a bigger box out here. Okay. So one of these, like that, and then I think... Did I do it right? Oh, I have an extra. That's okay. I can delete. Nope, don't delete that. I can delete these. Okay, so that's my steel. Well, I gotta plumb it in, but that's my steel output. And I think that'll still work. And then, yeah, I don't need... No, I do need that because I have a belt over here, so that one will get lifted up here. Transform. That'll get lifted up. So this one is the gold is the good. Gold is what we want. So that will be... let me set the recipe for steel. And that one's already set. And then this one will come around into its own elevator. And then these elevators will go into nowhere because I'm out of planks. Let's check my storage box. That's all material for sale. Junk. And the last one... since we're over here, we'll grab some nails. So that's still backed up. That's good. I mean, I'm not using any clay for anything, so it's right now this is just some extra charcoal, but it'll get burnt up in whatever it goes in, or it'll just clog up the lines a little. Did I have these feeding? Yeah, these are feeding the line. These occasionally go out. One just was right there. Okay. And I've seen them come in, right? Like fuel for these. This one's empty. Let's get some of the good stuff and prime those. Some of the good. This will last a long time. Yeah, I need to probably get a proper... Alright, well, that's all of it. Get it all. Get it all, sir. It's got a couple in there. Alright, whatever. That'll get me partial production. I just need to check when I do the fertilizer. I just have to check basically that side. That side is getting saged. That one's really important to make sure that furnace is running, and then as long as one of these furnaces is running, I'll get partial production. But yeah, right now my fertilizer is not running tip-top. These are... Oh, it's because I turned all these off. That's why. I forgot. I upgraded the... No, I didn't. I did not upgrade these two. I did upgrade this one, though, and I forgot I turned it off. That would explain part of my issue. Because I thought I was going to decommission these, or I'd upgrade these to do just the coal. Maybe I will. I don't know, that's probably why I had them turned off, but I want to get steel done, and then maybe I'll upgrade. It's whatever. Yeah, I'll turn it off. I might still upgrade that one, and then maybe I can make some space, but if I upgrade that to be like this, it'll produce a lot of extra coal, or technically charcoal powder, or whatever it is. It'll produce this stuff. Coke powder. Yeah, make coal, burn it, makes this, and then you grind it, makes that. Anyway, okay. I gotta finish the supply over here, so this will go basically by... It's so annoying. Okay, I kind of like it being the other way. Let's see if this will work. That'll work. Okay. Yeah, I'm really not gonna... As soon as I say it, I feel like I'm jinxing myself, so... Okay. So that will feed these. So maybe I get that started. Do I want to move this all one closer, or leave it so there's some extra money? I'm gonna... How much does it stick out? It doesn't stick out too much, just a little bit. I could move it so it's one more to the right. Like these just have one belt. These will have two belt if I don't move it. Maybe I'll just leave it. I don't want to have to empty my inventory. I just want to see some production going. So let's feed this one first. And that's set. So that's annoying. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let it stack up 3. So I have a nice visual. And then I'll need to prime this. Do I have some wood, which is kind of annoying, but... And then these are 10 a minute, and those are 5 a minute. Okay, so I did that correct. It's gonna be frustrated if I mess that up. Okay. And then now it should get the first one coming in here a second. Yep, there we go. So that's in. And then we should start to see the next one's coming around. So that one's fired up. All right, excellent. I'll feed these from my stash first, and then we'll connect the belt in. Okay, so that's working. Getting cooked. And then ground. Excellent. I'll fire that up just so everything's good. Oh, I gotta fire these up. These are kind of the last ones to get fired up. Yeah, when it's idle, that fuel lasts forever. So now this one... Oh, because I didn't have any. Okay. Oh, I was in the mouth, which is good. Okay, there's one more coming along, I think. No, let's see. I'll just grab some from here. I had a little bit of a stockpile, so... and then... I can throw some of that. I don't really have any places up here to throw it, but what I'll probably do, because this one is important, I'll fill that up, and then we'll fill that up. It's relatively good heat value, and then let's just fill that one up first so it's full, and then I'll go ahead and swap those. I do want some good stuff in there. I'll put that in as the alternate, take that out, put that in. Okay, alright. I feel good. Yeah, if this backs up completely, then maybe I'll adjust it. I could take some off the line and feed it. What are these missing? Iron ingot. Oh, because I don't have any iron in here. That's on me. Alright, let me buy some iron real quick. I forgot all about that. I need to buy one of these first to get my iron and launch it up there. I'll buy... Okay, that's on me. Alright, okay. So that's good. So now I just need to take this box out. And my belt's not even connected anyway. Oh, because I ran out of stuff, I think. Oh no, I can launch it. Let me put that back in. Yeah, I'm just gonna end up launching it. So let's do that. Do that. I thought I had that connected. So then... What I need to do is... Where are we at? So 1, 2, and a little bit, so... Not ideal. Not ideal at all. I guess I'm gonna bridge over this. So... 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... That's a 3 gap. 1, 2, 3... Okay. And then rotate. Ooh, we're gonna have steel pretty soon, so I can make much bigger. Oh, that let me beam right over it. I'm gonna. Oopsie. Let me check here first. Rotate. Okay. Yeah. Take these off. These beams will go there, and then those beams will go there, and then I'll elevator up some money to a buying portal to a couple catapults. Buying portal, and then a couple of catapults. Let's make sure I can target. Yeah, until I get cannons, those will work. This is iron. Don't want to mess that up. And then elevator up some money. And there'll be a lot of storage in the elevator. Yeah, that's alright. It'll be a little expensive. I mean, right now it's just... Actually, yeah, it's going to buy these, and then they'll stockpile here. Okay, so output should be coming out. Yep, going to these. Oh, I forgot to do that as well, so that's probably blocking things. Yeah, that was blocking stuff for sure. And that's where I was saying I probably have so much output that at least it stocks up a little bit, which is nice. And then it'll feed itself. So that's, yeah, 11 a minute versus 3. So these are producing 10 a minute. They're taking 15. That one's 10, this one's 10. So yeah, it's 20 a minute. I could try to fit... I mean, I guess technically I could take one of these iron smelters out. Or I could try to add, because I have 10, 20, 30, 40, and I'm only using 30, so I could maybe try to take some off the line. We'll see. I think it's gonna back itself up. I either take one out, maybe I do that. I just take one out, and then that'll take less off of here. Yeah, that's nice. That's gonna back itself up. Yeah, I think I still want to upgrade this one because these. I guess really I should upgrade both of these. Okay, I'll turn these back off, and then I just gotta pay attention. And then I'm gonna delete these two in the middle now that there's nothing on here. A little bit safer deleting these, so we are gonna do a quick save. Okay, so let's carefully get my fingers on the right keys. Only delete this stuff. Only highlight this stuff. Oh, well, I didn't push the delete key. We'll see if it highlighted or not. And then I think that's going to be the end of this episode. So we'll see what the steel production looks like. We'll see what the quests are, because I'm a little bit delayed on those. So I think that all looks good. Let's see if it gives me a lot of stuff. Yeah, delete a lot of things. Hey, I had room for it in my inventory. Okay, there's some room to play. Let's do a couple missions. Let's look at our steel. Ooh, we got a lot of stuff we can do, so this will be fun at the end. Get some missions. No steel yet, and bricks, urgent. Alright, let's pull everything out of here. Take all, organize. Now let's see what's missing. Mortar is over here. I can jump properly. One more over here. How many do I need? Just 32. Oopsie, dang it. Now it's gonna be all messed up. Alright, whatever. Okay, it backed up quickly. Okay, so we got mortar. We're gonna need quite a bit of bricks. I got plenty of brick in storage. That's this big box here. A couple stacks of brick because we need 180. I've got 230, so that's good. Vitality over here. No, that's glass, but we do glass? No, we have enough glass. Vitality is here. And then soap is the newest one. That is over here. Well, those don't stack up as much. Let's build another boxy. I mean, they're 100 per stack versus 200. Blanking out. I gotta scroll more, that's why. Where's it at? That's gonna mess up my belt a little bit. Okay. Alright, so let's go make a lot of money on these. Bulk order. Crazy amount of money. Okay. So that'll probably be next time. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our steel production and see if we can buy our upgrade yet. So how many do we need for this upgrade? Ooh, we can do it. Hold the craft. I am now a level 3 builder. I can build everything. Okie dokie. Time to upgrade. So I don't know when, but eventually I do need to. What I'll probably end up doing is I was gonna put down a couple and then finish building the second story. Like I could fit one there. Finish building the second story, and then once I get some stuff moved up there, I'll redo the belts down here. And then I'll fix my columns. So for now, I'm gonna probably have a couple extra columns, because ideally I have them out here. You know, one here, and then basically, you know, 2 squares in is right here, one here. Because on the outside, I don't mind having a few extras. Basically, every 4 of these little blocks are 2 big blocks. And then that gives you quite a bit of space in the middle. So from the outside, I should be able to basically go, what is it, like 4 of these, I believe. So 4 big blocks. Because I get 2 per, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, so once it's really built up properly, I basically have 1 there and 1 over here. Something like that. And then that covers, with the ones on the outside, that covers the entire second story. You know, just having these 2 columns. So I'll have 1 right here that'll, I might be able to take out that wall now. Why can't? Oh, because I'm out of steel. But maybe we'll mess with that next episode. But this was a great one. We're into level 5 now. So we've already got steel going. We've got our upgrade there. I might focus on this one. Well, actually, I need to do mushrooms, so I want some advanced fertilizer, so we'll do that. But appreciate y'all watching. This has been fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the steel setup. It took a little while to get a nice, dense setup, but it's working, so... Alright, y'all. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.